I'm not sure I could ever say that I understand India. I think that I have an appreciation and a love and a curiosity, but I've never been there, so I can't wait to come. I wound up studying with the yoga teacher Niki Baksh. I took it very seriously, and she taught me a great deal about the heritage and the lineage of yoga and the history. And yes, and let me see what else. I read autobiography of a yoga by Parmahansa Yogananda. That was a big that gave me great insight. And it led to conversations that we had again and again on set about what it was that we were really doing by telling a story of these real people. And what we kept saying again and again is we're not here to humiliate anybody. We're not here to brag anybody or even expose anybody. We're here to get into the whys. Why do people do these things? What compels people to behave in this way, and to really understand the behavior as opposed to judge it. So judging all persons favorably became very important for me.
Annie, hi, this is Divya from CNN News 18 from India. Thank you for your time.
Hello, lovely to speak with you.
Annie, I have to begin this chat with Namaste, a gesture of respect. Interestingly, this isn't the only Indian reference we get to see in the web series WeCrashed. You play Rebekah Neumann, and your character is a yogini. She believes in good karma because she's been trained under His Holiness Dalai Lama. So, did the series help you understand India and its spiritual energy?
Well, excellent questions. And I did a huge part of my research about Rebekah Neumann was about her spiritual practice. Yes. And I wound up studying with the yoga teacher Niki Baksh. I took it very seriously, and she taught me a great deal about the heritage and the lineage of yoga and the history. And yes, and let me see what else. I read autobiography of a yoga by Parmahansa Yogananda. That was a big that gave me great insight. But I'm not sure I could ever say that I understand India. I think that I have an appreciation and a love and a curiosity, but I've never been there, so I can't wait to come.
I feel trapped.
You have to make them see.
See what?
You're a supernova. You're afraid that he outshines you.
Can I get a single of Adam?
Because he does.
Are you a maverick or a muse?
A muse.
Tell me about your goals.
I want to be in Vanity Fair.
Vanity Fair's not for muses.
Then I want to change my answer.
I wanted you to meet legendary Adam Neumann and his wife.
Chief Branding Officer.
We lease office space. Then we act like we're changing the world.
They're turning on you.
You're going to sink the ship.
That's 1.9 billion in losses.
Nothing is more important than us.
Annie, your character Rebekah feels that helping men manifest their calling is an intrinsic part of womanhood. Now, does the sense of obligation leave you feeling a bit drained and exhausted?
Well, assuming I feel that same obligation.
Yes.
Which
yes.
I don't see it as in a gendered light. I don't think it's the obligation of women to support men any more than it's the obligation of men to support women. I think it's the obligation of human beings to not judge each other and to seek to share and help one another.
I have a responsibility to think bigger. I'm a golden goose laying golden eggs.
You couldn't do this without me.
We're going to war!
We do this together, we can change everything.
Annie, there's a very interesting and important sequence in WeCrashed where you, as an actor, say actors are very selfish. It's all about me. It's all about look at me. Do you really think being self-focused is really that evil?
Well, I think that Rebekah is trying to make sense of her stepping away from acting. So maybe she's being a little harsh on actors in that moment. Or maybe that's how the writers really feel about us. I'm not sure. But I don't know. Isn't everything about balance? So I think it's so important to have self-respect and to have self-worth, but I think that you can be, but you also need to know how to be able to take in the world around you and to take in the reality of the person in front of you and both be present together. At least that's been my experience.
And in which aspect of Rebekah Neumann did you like the most? Was it, her commitment towards her husband's success? Because her support towards Adam, her husband, is unconditional. Or was it her dream to have control over the firm? I mean, she is the soul of the company.
If you believe companies have souls, yes. The thing I appreciate most about her is her purity. Because whatever the result was, I do believe that her intentions were pure. And I think that she very authentically and sincerely wanted to elevate the world's consciousness, wanted to make the world a better place. I personally am not sure that's up to any one person. I think that I'm not sure one person can elevate the world's consciousness. I think that it's up to each of us to do it to ourselves, and then the collective rises.
And my last question, what was the most surprising and enlightening thing you learned while filming WeCrashed?
We didn't focus on it, but Rebekah and Adam, especially at the beginning of their relationship, they were very involved in Kabbalah. So in my research on Kabbalah, I came across a phrase which was "judge all persons favorably," and that became my North Star to playing her, and that became really integral in my approach to her. As I said, we know what happened. The results are the same. These are the things that happened. But I found that by affording her a favorable interpretation of what was causing it, by doing that, I found that I made her more human. And it led to conversations that we had again and again on set about what it was that we were really doing by telling a story of these real people. And what we kept saying again and again is, we're not here to humiliate anybody. We're not here to drag anybody or even expose anybody. We're here to get into the whys. Why do people do these things? What compels people to behave in this way, and to really understand the behavior as opposed to judge it. So judging all persons favorably became very important for me on this project.
Yes.
And in life.
And it was such a privilege, to speak to you. Thank you so much for your time. And we really, really look forward to that big India visit.
Thank you very much. Me too.